Hey everybody. Today's video is going to be a little depressing. Okay, really depressing. It might make some people angry. Made me pretty angry. So yeah, let's get today's chat going. Oh man, just feeling all kinds of unpleasant emotions right now. Sorry, you could hear me for a second there. I was just grabbing the link to the stream. Yeah. Oh, I'm outside today with my bunny rabbit. He'll probably pop in a minute if he gets bored. Okay, let me see what we got here. Also, it's extremely hot outside. But believe it or not, it's actually quieter out here than it is inside, so that's why I'm outside. Oh, something scared my bunny. His name is Fizzgig, by the way. I don't know if anybody that watches me has seen The Dark Crystal, but that's where I got his name from. All right. Sorry, this is taking forever. I gotta find a much more efficient way to do this in the future, but for now, this is gonna have to be it. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, first of all, hi everybody. I hope you're having a good day. I am, I'm pretty upset. Okay, let me tell you why. I happened to come across a post of my brother's, the one that disowned me, that I discussed in another video. Yeah. Post was about my mom's death. It was because I mentioned that her death anniversary was on Saturday, July 8th. Yeah, his post was basically a cult commercial. Sounds pretty gross. So I'm going to go ahead and just let you guys decide how you feel about that while I read it to you, because it just makes me sad. All right, here we go. Keep in mind, this is the same person that basically said that I'm using my mother as an advertisement for apostates. Oh, hold on. Here's the bunny. Let's show you the bunny real quick. Ah! Can't find any. Hold on. Let me find my thing here first. Okay. Here he is. He's munching on a strawberry. Hi, buddy. What you doing? He's like, don't bother me. I'm trying to eat my strawberry. Okay. Anyway, right. Back to the lovely thing that my brother said. Okay. Actually don't like reading stuff like this because it's really personal, but at the same time, I think it's important people see the kinds of things that Jehovah's Witnesses say, and how they can kind of be humongous hypocrites. All right, so here goes. Oh, hold on, sorry, stupid screen is not working. It says, well, as of today, it's been 13 years exactly since I've lost my mother to a horrible enemy, and that's death. Some might think this is a very sad day, and don't get me wrong, it is. But also, I see it as 13 years down until I see my mom. her again like any boy loves hugging his mom after a long period away from their mothers. And this will all be possible to our God Jehovah, and I have full confidence in him. In my mind. And it's thanks to that beautiful woman, I guess he meant woman, keep pushing myself and trying, and I want to be able to tell her myself in person, I made it. And tell her I love her once again. I thank Jah for this being possible. By the way, there were tons of emoji in there that I just didn't say because there were so many of them, it was kind of ridiculous. Anyway, and then he also shared a picture of my mother's funeral. They give out these little funeral cards or whatever when you're at somebody's funeral, I guess. That's a thing people do. So yeah, he gave the one that they gave out at hers. It's funny because it's not in like the Jehovah. It has a scripture, a passage on it. The Jehovah's Witness version of it, you can tell by the way it's written, because they use all that old language. Maketh me to lie down and blah blah. You know, you get it. Yeah. And he also posted a picture of her when she was definitely not a Jehovah's Witness, by the way, or at least not practicing. Anyway, there are some comments underneath it that are very supportive of his belief that he's going to meet her again in paradise. And, you know, they're encouraging him to not give up and to stay strong and all that nonsense. And it kills me. Really kills me. I don't like that. I don't like that. And this is the same brother, by the way, who accused me not just a few weeks ago of using my mother as an advertisement for my apostasy. So, like, that I'm trying to use her as a poster child for my videos or an ad for my apostate videos or whatever. He literally used the word advertisement. I don't know. To me, it kind of sounds like he's trying to advertise the Jehovah's Witness cult, or at least his beliefs. And, man, I don't know. Here, I'll read you some of the comments. It says, I remember her, mijo. When she was a young teen, I would go to her house with another sister who studied with her and Auntie Diane. That's my Aunt Diane. Those were very fond memories. I hope I have the privilege to see your reunion. May Jehovah keep you going and not give up. Another comment says, yes, what a wonderful God we worship, to give us the hope and reassurance that we will be able to hold and kiss our moms again. Don't give up, my sweet little brother. I, too, am looking forward to holding my mom in my arms again. Gosh, what is it about Jehovah's Witnesses and inability to use proper grammar or punctuation? Anyway, sorry, that's kind of jerky. Like, I know people don't really care about using that kind of, like, using proper grammar and punctuation on the internet, and that's fine. It's one of my little pet peeves. I was almost an English teacher, so that's why it probably bothers me so much. Oh, here, have a little bit of my bunny eating a carrot. There he goes. Something happy to break up the stuff that's really awful. Fizgig, Fizgig. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're just joining us, I basically got through reading my brother's Facebook post about about him remembering my mother's death on the 13-year mark, and it was pretty gross. It was basically just, you know, like I said in the title, a cult advertisement. It's very unpleasant to read. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I keep forgetting to shut this thing off when I use it. I don't... Okay. Let's see. Oh, hey, it's Black Sheep. Oh, that's good. I'm glad somebody else understands my need for proper grammar and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to share that with you all real quick here, and I don't know if you can just tell by the way that I'm shaking my head and kind of looking off in the distance that it's just freaking awful to see your mom being used that way, to see her being used as an advertisement for a cult, basically the poster child for like the ultra Jehovah's Witness, right? And the way that he says it's because of her that he's not going to give up, and because of her that he's not going to stop being a member of this cult. That's freaking scary to me. That's absolutely terrifying, because my brother is way more zealous than my mom was ever. Even on my mom's best witness day, my mom wasn't like a super duper ultra Jehovah's Witness. Like, she was very good at talking at doors and stuff, and everybody loved her and everything like that. And she was pretty good at convincing people of whatever she wanted to convince them of, including that she was not living a double life or anything. But yeah, but my brother is like way more hardcore than her. So I have no hope for him ever getting out. That's what it kind of feels like. Because if I'm baptized, but at the time they were both not practicing, not in. My grandmother was still disfellowshipped. If my mom and my grandmother were able to both allow for her to die like that from the blood doctrine. I mean, my mom went back and forth between yes and no at the hospital. It was my grandmother who made the final decision because the doctors said she had brain swelling. So yeah, if my grandmother, who had been disfellowshipped and out of the cult for like, I don't know, over 15, 16, maybe even more years, if she was able to do that to her own daughter and then end up back there again, there's no hope for my brother. There really isn't. I don't know what to say else about that. It's just oh, hey Jasmine. Sorry, I didn't mean to start crying and stuff on the stream. It's just, it hurts that I see her being used like that. And I know she wouldn't want my brother to stay in something like that if she knew, she knew what I know. And she certainly wouldn't want him using her as a reason to stay like that and ruin his life. But yeah, I don't see him. I don't see him coming out. It's just not going to happen, is it? I'm still going to try. And despite the fact that he says and does those hurtful things, just remember that he's brainwashed. He's just brainwashed. And I know that if my brother knew, like if he were awake, then he wouldn't do that to our mom. He wouldn't use her like that. And yeah, regardless of whether I can help my own family, I still want to help others. So I'm still going to try to do that. And no, I don't think he knows about Crisis of Conscience. And oh my goodness, I highly doubt he would read it. I don't see him even looking at apostate stuff. I mean, I'm not even sure he watched my video, the one that he got angry at me for. I think he may have only watched part of it or read the description and seen the picture on it and stuff, and maybe that, but I can't really see him watching an entire apostate video, at least not intentionally. Anyway, again, sorry about the tears all over the place and the feelings all over the place, but that just sucks. It really sucks. Oh, and the sad part is, like I said, my family wasn't even as devout as he is now. Like when they made those choices, and when he thinks that my mom was studying, she wasn't studying. Chandler, if you are watching this, she wasn't studying. She really wasn't, I promise, brother. She wasn't. When at the time of her death, our mom was still in the grips of her alcoholism, and she wasn't doing well mentally. I mean, and she was barely about to finish school, but by the skin of her teeth. You know, she was struggling very hard. She was not studying, though. You would not remember this. You were really little when it happened. You were like 8, and I mean, if you remembered properly, you would know she wasn't studying. And if by chance she did happen to, I don't know, have 1 or 2 Bible studies or something, I guarantee you she was still not like a devout witness or anything. She really wasn't. She was probably just reaching back to that because that's all she knew, you know, to help her get herself in order. Just like my grandmother. When my grandmother felt like she was completely lost in life, that's what she finally ended up turning back to, was the Jehovah's Witnesses. And it's not because it's the right thing. It's just because that's all she knows. I mean, it's the only thing that she was ever able to use to help herself get herself in line. And some people need that, like, kind of rigid structure, but you don't need to be in a cult to get help. There are other ways. So, yeah. Anyway. Oh, and if my grandmother is watching, which I doubt, but if she is, I don't hate you. It did hurt me what you did. And it's always going to weigh on me, as I'm sure it will you. But I'm not angry at you. I'm disappointed that, I guess, that you couldn't put your child's life first before cult. But I also, at the same time, understand that you were deeply indoctrinated. Even though you'd been out for years, I can see that now, that you must have been freaking super indoctrinated and brainwashed if you were unable to make the right choice. In ages. Sorry for all the noise, by the way. They're washing the sidewalk. Hi guys. Anyway, yeah. It's sad. It's sad that they're so powerful, and they are. I didn't think that they were that powerful because I don't know, I was able to get out, and I was able to get out pretty early, you know, in my life, I mean, compared to most people, especially considering that most of my family are witnesses, especially considering that, like, I'm 4th generation and stuff, and that I was born into this. I thought, well, if I can get out, it must not be that hard to get out. It must be pretty easy. No, it's not. The indoctrination is really strong with some people. Some people like me, I guess we're just lucky, and it didn't take as well with us or something. Maybe I just am a stubborn person, but I guess, I mean, they never did like me that much because I really wouldn't conform as easily. I was really tough to work with. Oh, hi, Nigel. Nigel says, I lost my JW brother to bone cancer in 2014. He was a devout elder. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm afraid that my brother might die before he ever gets out, or, you know, end up wasting his entire life before he gets out. I'm afraid of the same things. The same things that happen to you. Black Sheep says, the person that I am studying with has read Crisis of Conscience and In Search of Christian Freedom, and is still in. So you can tell him that you know of a person who is studying with a baptized brother who knows of those 2 books and has read them without consequence. Well, I mean, did the baptized brother who read that stuff, or sorry, not the baptized, well, I guess, did either of the people in this situation tell anybody else in the congregation that they had read these things? Because I doubt that they would have gotten away without some kind of consequence had they actually told somebody that they were looking into this stuff. I mean, I guess they could, but that would be like an anomaly to me. And hi, Unicorn. Sorry I didn't see you earlier. Oh, the elders knew. Oh, wow. Well, I guess if you don't act like you believe in it and believe in what you're reading, then, or act like you're at least concerned, then they probably won't take any action against you, right? Oh, man. Depressing stuff. Depressing freaking stuff. Anyway. Yeah. I hope I can help some people get out. That's all I want. Like, even if I can't get my family out, I still want to get somebody out. I want to get one person out. I want to get one person even halfway out. Why? Because I don't want anybody else to waste their life. I don't want anybody else to lose their families. That's enough motivation for me. Anyway, I thought, excuse me, that today I'd go ahead and, not really much of a wine drinker, because most wine makes me really sick. Oh God, sorry about that. Keep coughing because when I cry, I get a lot of stuff in my throat. Anyway, thought I'd crack something open for this occasion. Oh, probably backwards, but who knows? Anyway, yeah, special vintage just for the occasion of, like, what in the hell did I just freaking see? Oh man. So yeah. I'm gonna upload a little something later in regards to that challenge that I keep talking about that I want to do with the witness cards and everything.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
Nice little rabbit.
Oh, thanks. Guy was commenting on my rabbit. If you want to see him again. Hey, little buddy. Hey, Fizzgig. Hey, buddy. He's like, I don't care.
Does he run around or what?
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, I usually. Fizzgig.
What?
Fizzgig.
Biscuit?
No, Fizzgig. You know.
Fizzgig?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a character from the Dark Crystal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
He's like, I don't know
That's
you.
cool. Yeah.
You're a stranger.
Here, man.
Sorry about that. And yes, the vintage is 1975. Oh gosh, yeah. You gotta. The only way to feel better about stuff like this is to laugh about it, right? Or to at least try to help people. So, you know, it's not just to help people; it helps me too. You know, to try to wake people up. So here we go. Let's drink some of this special vintage, just for this lovely stream that I got here. You can never go wrong with the 1975. And this is red, so you know it's going to be strong as hell. Woo-wee! All right. Oh, is this the blood of Christ? I don't know. Maybe it is. Man, he must have been freaking wasted all the time. That's a reference to Family Guy. More than it is an insult or anything. All right. Well, I'm expecting a friend to show up here anytime soon. Oh yes, I should make a toast to the generation that will not pass away. Rest in peace. Woo. Telling you, man. Jesus. Woo. Must have been liquored up all day long. Anyway, I also have this because I'm a weird person and I don't like the taste of wine. But it's, I mean, this one's not that bad. Guess what I really don't like is like the dry wine. It's like a Chardonnay or whatever. Hey, Mike. It's good to see you on one of my streams. Woohoo! Now get back to work. I'm just kidding. Yay. Wow. So, does anybody have any like questions or any stories you want to share with me? Like, because I'm sure you guys have some interesting stories that, like, maybe you've experienced something like what I just went through, like just seeing your family kind of use each other and exploit each other. If you have like dead family that your family holds up as like an example of being faithful and all that, admit it, it's the alcohol you need. Yeah, and yay, yeah, Jasmine, I love that flavor. It's good. Jasmine knows what's up. Oops. I don't know why I turned it all the way around like that. I should have just done this. There you go. If anybody knows what HEB is, or you have one near you, or you know somebody that has one near them, ask them to freaking send you some of this, because it's only going to be around for a while. It is amazing. You mix that with a little liquor. I just don't have any liquor right now, otherwise I'd probably do that. Yay. Here, how about a little bit of bunny time, because I love my bunny. Come here, buddy. Yeah. Oh, I don't want your nasty carrot. Oh, okay. I just didn't want it because I was touching it. Oh, he's a good boy. Yes, he is. Ugh. All right. Anyway, some of the stuff that I see on like Jehovah's Witness family members, like social media, is kind of disturbing. I mean, if they could hear themselves talk, like it would be horrible. Like on my brother's profile picture, I think it's his profile picture. It was one of the pictures on his timeline somewhere. Right. Like, it was a picture of him standing in front of the Freeman Coliseum. That's where they had their convention last weekend. No, not last weekend. The weekend before last weekend. And he's standing in front of the Freeman Coliseum with his wife in a freaking bright red, velvety-looking suit, which, I ain't gonna lie, looks a little, like, if I were still a witness, I'd probably be thinking it was a little flamboyant. But, you know, every congregation has at least one brother that dresses up in crazy colored suits instead of the normal, boring black and white crap. But yeah, he was standing in front of the Freeman Coliseum with his wife, and my grandma commented. And she was like, what did she say? She said, oh, what did she say? What a beautiful Jehovah's Witness, or no, what a beautiful Jehovah worshiping couple. Ew. Ew. Jehovah worshiping couple. Okay. Like, why can't you just pay a compliment without mentioning Jehovah? Like, why is that necessary? Like, what? Why? Ugh. Anyway. And I saw that my cousin actually love reacted that status about my mom that my brother made. The one about her death and everything and how he's going to see her again in paradise. So I guess that must mean that's the cousin that disowned me after I made the video that I thought was worldly. I guess she's not that worldly anymore. I guess that means she wants to at least stay on the cult's good side. Yeah. Anyway, what Unicorn is asking, what's the weather doing in San Antonio? Well, right now it's pretty freaking hot. It is hot. It's hot and sunny, and there's the pool. And I'm sorry, I suck at showing you stuff. I'm probably like shaking the camera a lot. They aren't married to Jehovah. Yeah, they're not married to Jehovah. That's why that's so weird and gross. Except if you have ever attended a Jehovah's Witness meeting, you know that they technically do include Jehovah. Jehovah's Witness wedding. You know that they include Jehovah in the actual union. Oops. All right, bye, Black Sheep. You have a good time. Try not to be too bored at work. And yeah, we should definitely talk. In fact, I'll hit you up on Facebook and maybe I can give you a call. All right. I'm going to definitely watch your video too. Take care. Have a not crappy day at work. Wow, 9:20 in England. Light rain. Well, I would take that over this. Ugh. I love rain. Rain is my favorite weather. And 9:20 p.m. Yeah, I wish it were 9:20 p.m. here. It's freaking hot during the day in Texas. Jasmine knows what's up. She used to live here. Let's see here. It's 3:20 p.m. right now. And it is warm.
You all right?
Oh, yeah. I'm just chilling. Yeah, so anyway, very unpleasant stuff. I kind of wish Jehovah's Witnesses were not on social media, actually, because you just, ugh. It's like a visual version of all the crap you have to experience at the Kingdom Hall. Ugh, it's just gross. Like, it was bad enough. I don't know if any of you people have ever felt the way I did, but maybe I was a bad witness. I don't know. Every time the meeting was over and it was freaking time to go home, and believe me, I felt like I earned some go home. You know what I'm saying? Every time it was the end of the meeting and it was time to go home, my freaking grandma would talk to everybody until we left. And it was like a contest to see who stayed the longest, and freaking talk to every witness. And you had to like compliment every person that made a comment. It's like, oh yes, I really appreciated your comment. It was wonderful, or something stupid like that. They always had these cookie cutter things that they would say to each other, like, oh yes, I really enjoyed your comment during the Watchtower study. I used to like to fuck with them because it was extremely boring for me having to wait for another hour after the meeting for my grandma to be the last freaking person there. And, or at least one of the last few. And yeah, I would just screw around with them a little bit. Like when they would mention my comment, they'd be like, oh yes, I really enjoyed your comment. I'm like, oh, really? What part of my comment did you enjoy? And then like, yeah. Then they would get this like blank stare like, oh shit, I forgot what she said. I only remembered that she said something. I fucking didn't remember what the hell she said. What the fuck was it? Fuck. I liked the end about Jehovah. What? My comment wasn't about Jehovah. Yeah, I'm not nice. But I mean, I was bored. I was a kid, and I didn't want to be there. I wanted to go home. So, that was just my way of having a little fun and trying to entertain myself because I was freaking bored to tears. It was annoying because no matter what, even if we weren't assigned to clean the hall, we would stay just about as long as the people who clean the hall, if not longer. So yeah, that was fun. And I swear it really was like a contest to see who could stay the longest. Like, all the fringe witnesses were like, oh, I'm just going to leave early and get the hell out of here because I'm freaking tired, like a normal human being. Yeah. And then the other thing that I'm reminded of, I'm sorry, just lost my train of thought. Because I was reading the comments in the chat. Anyway, but yeah. Ugh. It was a contest between all the witnesses to see who was the most devout, I guess, to stick around. The ones that were least devout left quicker because they were human beings and they had real lives to get home to. The ones that were more devout were like trying to kiss the elders' wives' asses and stuff and really wanted to make themselves kind of stand out in the congregation. They would be sticking around till the freaking end. They were like the last 5 or 6 people there. They were always the ones that were like trying to volunteer to clean, even if it wasn't their turn to clean and stuff. That was my grandma. By the way, my grandma and my aunt and my mom, and actually even myself at one point, all house cleaners. Yeah, and that shouldn't surprise you if you're a Jehovah's Witness or if you know Jehovah's Witnesses, because yeah, a lot of us clean houses because that's all you can freaking do when you are not allowed to go to college or you're not allowed to have like a real job. Yeah. Cheers to that bullshit. Anyway. Oh, Unicorn asks, why the one bun? Oh, it's kind of like an old nickname I had back in high school. It's related to an old nickname I had. Back in high school, everybody called me Bunny because I used to be really into Sailor Moon. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. I know Jasmine knows what Sailor Moon is. But yeah, I was super into it, and everybody called me Bunny, or in Japanese class, everybody called me Usagi. So yeah, that's where the one bun comes from, because we had another bunny in school. And I had gone by Bunny before she was ever at that school, or before she started going by it, or whatever. So everybody called me number one bun, the one bun, and the original bun, and Bunny number one, anything with one and bun in it. So when I was first making my YouTube channel a billion years ago, I was like, oh, I'll just use the one bun. That's cute because it rhymes. So yeah, not a very interesting story. Definitely not very deep or anything. Not cool either. It's just because back in high school, people used to call me Bunny, and apparently needed to differentiate between me and the other bunny that was there. They didn't call her Bunny number 2, though. They called her Bunny number small. Actually, it's funny. There's a pretty famous YouTuber who I went to school with, who knows who I'm talking about, and actually I'm still friends with him. I might show him this later and be like, hey, do you remember who I'm talking about? I'm sure he knows. I'm positive he's still friends with her, too. I don't know if you guys know Mr. Creepypasta. He's just this guy on YouTube that likes to, I guess, read scary stories. He's like a narrator. Really cool, though. I like that guy. I've known him forever. He was actually in the Japanese club with me and was elected Japanese club president. So that's fun. Anyway, my friend is supposed to be getting here sometime soon. Let me check my message and see if he's coming. Oh, he is coming. Yeah, he's supposed to show up and bring me my charger. I kind of forgot it in his car yesterday. Whoops. My bad. Anyway, Bugs Usagi. I don't know if it would be Bugs. I don't know how they would pronounce it in Japanese. Bagzu? I don't even know. Baguzu. It would be really weird to try to pronounce bugs in Japanese, but I bet you could probably look it up. I bet they probably have a name for him. In fact, a lot of things they just completely rename because there's no way to say it that sounds normal in English. Or in English pronunciation, anyway. Whew. So yeah, since my friend's coming, I guess I'm going to gather up my little bun here and take off and go finish up this little glass of wine that I have here. And I'll be back later for sure. I'm sorry I didn't come back last night. I was so tired, and I ended up falling asleep yet again. It's just been a long weekend, and it was a long Monday, too. But today, hopefully, I should be able to do it, like I said. And yeah, I still have a video coming about the challenge that I want to do. So, it was nice talking to y'all again. It's good to see some of the same people back again, too. And like I said, if you're local, or even if you're not local and you want to get in touch because you have like tips, or you have maybe an idea or some advice or something regarding my activism, or just in general, I don't know, hit me up. I mean, I'll link my Facebook page in the video, and you can find it on my YouTube page. Actually, I think I have it linked there as well at the top. Hit me up there, or hit me up here on YouTube, or I don't know. I mean, you can probably find all kinds of ways to get in touch with me. I'm in a lot of Ex-Jehovah's Witness groups too, including the infamous Recovery Group 3. And if you're local, there's Ex-Jehovah's Witness Recovery Group San Antonio. I help with that a little bit to like moderate it. I haven't actually really done anything so far because it's such a chill group. So yeah, and the chick who runs it, really really awesome girl. Also an ex-Jehovah's Witness, just left a couple months ago. So yeah, check it out if you're local. Oops. I've got half an hour. That's why I'm here. Oh, you got half an hour until work, huh? That's, oh, let me see here. Well, that's good. You don't want to go to work too early. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I know I'm trying to get off. I'm sorry, I'm slow. I'm enjoying my time with you guys. It's nice. You can tell I don't really get out much or talk to that many people, except for probably the one friend I'm talking about right now that's on his way over to drop off my charger. Whew. Yeah, I needed this. Yeah, I needed that. Not to endorse alcoholism or anything, but I needed it. Oh yeah, Black Sheep, definitely. I can definitely call you. I'm always afraid to like ask people to speak over the phone because I don't know how comfortable they are with, me calling them or whatever. But totally okay with it. Yeah. So just message me and I'll hit you up. JW Recovery. Who would have ever thought of that before the internet? Yeah. We do need recovery, don't we? We need some therapy. A lot of us. Maybe not all of us. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that that there are some witnesses that can come out of it and leave the organization and be completely functional without any help? Like, what wizardry is that? Are there people that are really out there like that? Because wow, that's like impressive. I can barely function. I can function fine. It's just I'm definitely would say that therapy might be helpful for me. The only reason I don't go to therapy anymore is because I had a bad experience. I had a bad experience the last time that I actually went to therapy and was starting to see progress from it. I had an ex try to basically use my therapy notes in court while we were doing a custody hearing, basically to say that I'm crazy. And I'm like, well, that's pretty screwed up. I'm not actually like crazy. I'm definitely depressed. That's a thing. But I mean, how could I not be, I guess? But yeah, I mean, like I had some stuff that I needed to deal with, and I was trying to do that. And then he subpoenaed my therapy notes, and like they had to give them to him. Apparently those things are admissible in family court in Texas. So that sucks. So after that, I never felt safe again talking to a therapist. So I haven't. And I guess that's why I'm going and yelling at people in Kingdom Halls. Nah, but I'm sure that's what somebody's going to say. Like a Jehovah's Witness will probably be like, oh yeah, she needs help, mental help, and probably Jehovah help. So that's why she's going and yelling at people in Kingdom Halls, because she's batshit insane. Let me see here. Yeah, wine is fine. Wine is fine right now. Whew, that's for damn sure. Yeah. It sucks. It sucks not being able to actually go to therapy, because I think it would actually help me a lot. But like I said, trust issues. Anyway, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. If I see any of you guys later, well, see you later then. If I don't see any of you guys later, you can always watch this on YouTube again. It'll still be there. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you have any criticisms, if you have any comments, just whatever, just throw them in the comments. I'm glad to talk to you guys. Pretty much an open book. I don't have a lot to hide, except my raging, budding alcoholism. No, just kidding. No, I don't have anything to hide. So if you want to know anything about my lovely Jehovah's Witness past, by all means, I'll be glad to share it with you. I mean, you guys pretty much know my whole story already. I was never baptized. I was an unbaptized publisher, left before the questions, all that. That's basically my story. I was 17 at the time, also. Anyway, more story times later, and of course, like I said, that video about the cart challenge. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Ugh, can't speak today. And say goodbye to the bunny. Say goodbye, bunny. Hello. I'm a stinky bunny and I have fuzz all over me. Okay. Bye, guys.